So hello and welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Kiana. My boyfriend's watching this, which he probably is. If you know me, you know I used to do makeup lifestyle videos on this channel. Lifestyle-ish, more so makeup tutorials. But we're switching gears because if you don't know, I am 7 months pregnant. So I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy story and just how everything's been going and how I found out and yada 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 and all the fun details without going too far into detail. But essentially how I found out was I was having a bunch of weird symptoms. Like my boyfriend and I wouldn't say we were trying. We knew what we were doing. But we were trying for like 3-ish months, give or take. And it was a negative test. And all of a sudden I started feeling really weird, like I was bawling my eyes out to Bring It On, which if you don't know is a cheerleading movie, and I was just sobbing and I'm like, I shouldn't be crying. I was eating really weird foods such as ramen noodles and Big Mac sauce. I was just, my sense of smell was just really heightened. I felt really weird and I just felt different, and I got these symptoms-ish with all the other times I'd taken a test, but it had came out negative. So I remember texting my boyfriend and I was like, hey, I want to go pick up a test. I just need to know what is going on. So we went out and picked up a test, and I expected it to be negative because I'm just like, I've been getting my hopes up for the last 3 months. It's all been negative. Then, so we went to Walmart. We picked up a test, and I'm just like, my boyfriend's like, are you sure you want to do this? You sure you don't want to wait because these are expensive? You don't want to waste your money if you know it's going to be a negative. I'm like, I just need to know. So we get home. He's in the bathroom with me. I'm peeing on a stick, and we're just kind of placed it on the countertop, and obviously you do your typical waiting game. So I placed it on the countertop. When I placed it on the countertop, it was moving really quick, and I kind of saw 2 lines, but not really. But I put it down and I waited, and then after the 2 minutes I looked at it and I was in shock. I was like, what the hell? I was not expecting it to be positive whatsoever. And then I show my boyfriend the test. He's like, what does this mean? I'm like, go get the box in the bedroom. So he gets the box. He looks at me. I look at him. He looks at me and I look back at him, and I'm bawling my eyes out with my pants down to my freaking ankles on the toilet. And he's hugging me and he's so excited. He has a 5-year-old son as it is already. And yeah. The story is not too exciting on how I told him or how we found out, but it's my story, and I'm super, super excited that she is due soon. So she's due on September 22nd, and if you didn't know already, because I gave it away, we are having a girl. We don't really have any names picked out yet, but we are having a little baby girl. We are super, super, super excited. He has a boy, now we're having a little girl. We have what's considered the perfect family. So I can't even put into words how excited we are. I would say how I've been feeling. So for the first and second trimester, it was a breeze for me in terms of how I felt and symptoms. Like I remember I felt nauseous but not throwing up for the first maybe 8 to 9 weeks. Like it wasn't a long period of time. I wasn't really throwing up too much. It's the 3rd trimester, which I'm in right now, that is complete and utter hell. I have pregnancy carpal tunnel in my wrist, so every morning I wake up, and even right now my wrists are very sore, my fingers are swollen, my feet are swollen, acid reflux whenever I eat anything. Right now I feel like I'm about to vomit up stomach acid. It's such a great feeling. But everyone's pregnancy is going to be completely different. This is just how mine has been going. We have had an eventful pregnancy, to say the least. We've had a lot of our blood work and tests come back strange, if that makes sense. We've had a lot of blood work get contaminated, and we've had information for our blood tests be written down incorrectly, which has given us some shocking moments, to say the least. So when we did take our maternal serum screening, which detects any birth defects such as Down syndrome, trisomy 18, and a few other birth defects, I believe our doctor incorrectly put down some information, or something happened where my blood test came back at high risk for Down syndrome. So I didn't find out until about 6 weeks after I took the test, the results, so I kind of took it as the tests were good. I didn't hear anything back, and I heard back the day after Mother's Day how my test results were. So my first Mother's Day was a little bit tainted. Well, not the day of, the day after. I was just, my head was spinning. I was very upset. I went into work. I left work. It was very emotional. So my doctor had set up an appointment for me to go get a fetal assessment done at the hospital. So we had the assessment done. Essentially what they did was they did an ultrasound, a full body scan ultrasound, and she looked and looks completely 110% normal, no abnormalities, no enlarged parts, no small parts, no murmurs, nothing. So then they had the counselor pull us aside and was like, hey, we cannot change the numbers on the sheet, but essentially you have a 1 in 9 chance of having a Down syndrome child, which we were gonna keep her anyways. Like, we were ready to begin planning for the event of if our child had any form of birth defect. So she's like, there's a few different options. You can either not take any form of test and just wait till birth. You can do an amnio, or you can send in your, you can go get a blood test done, which isn't covered by your health care, which is gonna be about a $500 test. We chose the amnio, which if you aren't too familiar with, an amnio is essentially a needle that they stick into the, pretty much into the placenta. They stick it in to the amniotic sac, pick up some amniotic fluid, and they can test that way. So we had that test done. They told us that we'd probably hear back within maybe a few days. A few days went by, called them, they still haven't had results. A few more days went by, called them again, no results. And then the next day we called, or I called, and I was like, no. Next day they called me and they're like, your results were contaminated with your own blood. So we need you to go take another blood test just to clarify everything and make sure everything's 100% accurate. So I went and took another blood test, had to wait another 3 to 4 days to get the test results back. In the end, we found out our baby girl is completely healthy, which if she would have had Down syndrome, we would have loved her no matter what, whether she had a birth defect or not. It's just a lot of relief on me, especially being my first child, that she doesn't have any form of birth defect. But after that, like, everything has been really, really good. I have my parents planning my baby shower. Work has been pretty accommodating. Everyone's pregnancy, again, is going to be completely different. So what I feel, you might not feel, or whatever I don't feel, you may feel to the extremes. But like I mentioned, my first and second trimester were a complete breeze. Like, I didn't feel pregnant, which was weird, and it was also very scary because I'm like, I don't feel like there's something growing inside me until about, I would say, week 17, week 18 is when I really was like, oh, you could start feeling her move. You can feel kind of like butterflies in your tummy. Oop. She's moving right now. She's like a little kickboxer. Like, when she moves, it's like, and it kind of hurts. But now that we are at almost 29 weeks, I feel, like I mentioned, insanely sick. I wake up every single night with terrible acid reflux. I cough to the point where I'm throwing up. I've thrown up lots. Migraines. My body's swelling. I get in carpal tunnel. Everything that I could have. Anything. You name it, I have it. But it's been an experience. It's been a great experience. We are super excited to welcome her into this world, and I can't believe it's gonna be so soon, because it feels like just yesterday that I found out, or we found out, that we were gonna be expecting. Yeah, that's basically all I have for you guys. I just wanted to come on here and update you on how everything has been going and where I've been, because I haven't posted anything in forever. So I just wanted to get you guys inside the loop, let you know what kind of content will be coming soon, and also leave comments in the comment box in terms of what kind of content you want to see baby wise, whether that's a haul, a birth video, anything. Please just let me know. And I'm super excited to be sharing this journey with you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Love you.